Let's do the testing part. I think I made your life much easier when I provided you with the interface here to what exactly test. I didn't like to make it harder for you. For the testing part, we wanted to test the old and the new. So I did that in a simple trick here. I brought the old code and I renamed the class to _old. I brought the new code and renamed it to _fixed. And here used this object. And then I either use the old or the new to make the testing here. If you would like to test the total courses count, so you mainly would like to keep adding elements and make sure that the total number of courses are correct. Specifically, you would like to make sure when you add a course that already existed, the courses doesn't increase. So I here started to add, checking it's 0, checking it's 1, checking it's 2. But when you add the programming to again and again and again, it should be remaining 3. Observe here, I didn't verify something from the requirements. Like we needed to verify that the old value will not change. This is one missing change in my testing. Like my testing here aren't perfect. You should think and consider all of the different needs. A more proper case is either changing this function to also enhance that, or a better case is try to have a separate function that do the value verification here. So this value 10 and 20 and 30 doesn't affect the 85. The second function is to verify the total grades sum. We needed to make sure that the more courses we add, the total sum is perfect. Also, we needed to make sure like something like if you added a negative value, it's going to be ignored and be 0. And if you duplicated the value, it will be avoided too. To make my life easier and my coding like a nice code and Pythonic code, I created here a list of the inputs as tuples and the list of expected outputs as tuples. And then I iterated on the function and unpack the arguments here, give it the grade, and then verify that the sum function is returning what I expect here. If this condition failed, I'm just putting index, but in a more professional environment, you should have a message that means something. The third function is the printing function. I don't want you to get involved in the printing it, but how can we test something that is printing to the console? The idea is in what we call redirecting. We can redirect the output to the console to actually a file, and this is one of the very nice features that you should know. So we will redirect the input, the output to the console to a file. Given that it's now a file, we can read the file and just compare about it. Redirecting is a very useful feature in life. Like if you are in Linux, for example, you can write here something like ls command, which will give you a lot of data. But if you did something like that and give some file name, it will redirect the output from the console to a file, which is a great feature. The final one we explained already in the video. That's all.